Well, hello. I'm back again. Guys, I had to tidy up my mess to do the mail call videos, and now I am back and I'm remaking my mess. And I decided, you guys have already seen that I got the kit and I made the card, and then I decided, am I seriously going to put this kit away as is and finish the card sometime in the next millennia? Or do I just go through? And that's why I decided I am making the card. So I've already started. I got a stack going here and some that are almost done here. And I realized, you know what, guys, I should share with you kind of like a bit of my process when I decide to like whoosh and get everything done at once in my own little semblance of, oh, good Lord, what is the word I'm looking for? Process. There's a word I'm looking for and I can't think of it right now. And that happens to me a lot right now. So forgive me for that. But anyway, I want to share with you because this kind of makes it easier for me, and maybe it might work for you. It's just a little hint, show you a bit of my process. So I got a bunch of these, and I've got to get these guys put on and centered. So I can sit here and fiddly fart forever, or I can make it a little bit easier for me. And I think I may have already gotten that far. Did I? Let's see. Are these marked off? These are not marked off. Okay, so we're going to do these. So I've got these yet to start putting together. So I know that these go centered on these, okay? So I have to look at it and decide which way is up. And I've decided that this way is up. So let's grab my little friend, the bone folder, my little old one, my old faithful. And we're going to actually bone fold both of these. So this one's already done on one side, apparently, but not both sides, because why? I probably started it and then interrupted. This is where I interrupted, because these were the guys on top. And this one's already done. I can already tell. I can feel it. Okay, so this is up. And this is up. Okay, so I know that this is, I need to center it in the middle. And I hate fiddly farting. I'm a marker-upper. So I already know, if I remember correctly, what is this? This is like 3.5 inches wide. Okay, so I know that my center is going to be 1. Actually, so I can just go up from here. My center is going to be 1 3/4. And it helps if I do it this way. What do you think? Really? Oh my Lord, TheMaddScrapper. And see, this is why everything takes me 3 years. Okay, so I'm going to mark my friend here at 1 3/4. I'm going to do the same for this one. And I think I already did this one. This one I see a little pencil mark, so I'm going to just be sure so I know. So I'm going to stop and I'm going to do them all. So we did that. So we know the same is true with this one. This is, and I've already done it. See? So some of these, I've gotten that far in the process. How about these? The purpley ones aren't done. So these are my purple ones. And yes, they are. So I've already marked. I'm going to double check them, guys, and then we're going to come back. Okay, so I double checked. So everybody here so far is done. This is where I stopped before. I'm going to put these because these are almost put together. All righty. So, and I've run into a bit of a hitch in my giddy up. I can't make this one. It's the most beautiful background. And I have the card. The problem is that I did not get the front for it. I have 3 of one, but not 2 of this. So I'm going to maybe reach out, and see if they have one hanging around here. Not likely. If not, then we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do. Okay, so I know that these now go centered, okay, on our friends over here. This one goes here. But I also know that I have to put my side. So you know what? We're going to do this first. We're going to do it in steps. Let's do it in baby steps. So let's go here. So let's get these cards. Let's get these cards folded. And it's up to me to decide which way is, I mean, I could do either way. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this one. And I think on one of these, I decided to do one of each. And here's the thing. And this is cause to think about, because really this is the prettier side and you have all of this beauty going on. And then you have this. Now, remember, we have our sentiment spots that in theory are going to go. I mean, no matter what side you make back, you could put on the back of this and it doesn't matter so much. But if you make this the outside, then you're going to be covering a great deal of it, but you're still going to see plenty of it. So it's your call, or not put it at all, to be perfectly honest, because I thought even if you do, this is the inside. Now, I think it's overkill to do that, which means then you're going to make that the outside, and I'm not a fan of that. So it's something when you're doing these cards, these Anna cards, take a second and plot and think about it. And don't do what the Mad Scrapper does and gets herself caught up in analysis paralysis. Just think for a minute and make a decision. Commit, okay? Now, here is, I did the same thing. I've already done it. So I've got my card. I need the middle. I already know it is not quite, I think it's funky. This middle comes out to not quite 5 inches, okay? So it's just inside. Oh my gosh. If I put the ruler right side up, then you guys can see too. It's not quite 5 inches. So I have done it. I center it out. I zero it out at just, and I move it around to it's even. So it actually just about. So either way, there's my center, more or less. 5. Actually, it's a little bit over here. Now, do you think it's going to make a hill of beans of business of that? No. So I'm going to leave it, or I'm going to line up just a little bit of the left of it. But what I have done on each of these is marked it. So I can now just come, I'm going to move my ruler to the side. Let's not toss it, or actually, let's put it inside the Cheshire Cat. That's where it belongs. That's why I have them there, is to toss things in there. Okay, so here's my little hash mark, my little guy. And I need to snip this because I didn't snip it before. So let's snip it now. Let's go now. No, really now. Okay, so we'll toss that in the trash. And then what I do is it helps me to take these out. I either grab my, wait a minute, it's this side. Where is my hash? There's my hash mark. I just grab my edge of my Thule thread here. And I'm going to go ahead. And what I do is align it. Now, what I know, if you guys have this card kit and not have met it up and has been sitting in your room for 4 years, pull it out and make the cards. Come on, guys, get with it. So I know that this doesn't go edge to edge. I have to come in just at the tiniest little widgets in from the edge. And then what I come back is I grab my pen, my pencil, and I erase my hash mark. And I now set this to the side. I add it to the pile because I got to come in and put my sides, all right? But I do this kind of an assembly line. That is the word I was looking for before, or term, assembly line. I try to do my steps. If I'm doing a lot of cards and I'm like of a notion of getting some of these kits done, guys. I mean, I'm going to get Peanut Gallery Steve to help me this week, probably Thursday. Get him to come in here with me and help me film so that I can be in front of the camera talking and he can follow me around so I can give you guys a tour of the room. I'm pretty much, not perfectly done, but if for this moment, as done as I'm going to get, and at least it's a semblance of I like, because I have a ton of stuff yet to do. I still have, a bit of fine-tune organizing and deciding whether I'm going to leave my organization method the way I have it or change it up. And then what am I going to change it up to, right? That's the other thing. And I have a ton, an absolute ton of crafting supplies that I need to put into my Evernote inventory. I have shot the video. You guys are going to, hopefully I'm going to release it next week. It's already shot. I just need to edit it in my copious amounts of spare time, somewhere between 3 and 4 a.m. and half my sleep. But I need to get that up. So see, that's what I'm doing. I now find, here's my bottom. There is my little mark. So that's all I do. I can go through, see, once I take the time. So, I mean, I don't know if it saves time or not as I jump around in my conversation. But it works for me. This, when I can just go all of the steps rather than doing it one at a time. And this is how things used to be made before Henry Ford, did the assembly line. So this really works for me. It takes me a minute to do the marking up, but then once I've done it, I can really move through the steps. So I've done this, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and just burnish my little folds. I should probably do on both sides, and that would do better. And if I had I don't always use the bone folder. I don't notice it here on Anna's paper, but I've noticed it frequently when I use this bone folder. It polishes the paper, and then suddenly I have a shiny spot on it. Okay, so there's my little hash marks, so my flowers are going up. So let's go. We got this one. And that's how I get these tapes up. This, my old school, and I have a piece of this on it. I should take it off. My old school Cricut. I mean, this thing has seen, this is like, this goes back to when I first started crafting. So that puppy is at least 15 years old, if not older. I've had it for a minute. I mean, it goes back a long way. And I love it. I'll never get rid of them. It is really ugly. I should probably just take the tape off and paint it, right? And I could make it the color I want. I didn't think about that because green is not my color. Just saying, I shouldn't discriminate because there's so many wonderful things that are green. I mean, you know, everything in my garden is green. If it isn't, it's dead, and it shouldn't be. And I think we have a casualty in the tomatoes. We had a lot of heat, and after my fall, I didn't get out in the garden like I was supposed to water, and I can't count on anybody else here. The dog is very not helpful. I should put the raccoons. My sister has told me, she has told me, look, if the raccoons, everybody's coming out there to eat, put them to work. No lazy raccoons. She says it was like Snow White. She says make them sing and clean. Put them to work. If you're feeding them, put them to work. Well, I don't know. That's not working so hot. They come out here, they mooch off of me, and no, I haven't put them to work. The little lazy. Oh no, I see the hash mark now. It is there. My, those critters, my little lazy bones. But they give me great joy. I love watching them. They make me very, very happy. All right, so let's line up our, this is the last one in this step. But this makes all of these cards go so much faster. So there we go. So I got that step, and then let's erase. I try to remember to do it as I do it, because otherwise then I'm gonna have cards with all these and then I'll forget to do it. Now I'm at this point, okay? Now what I've got to do is add these guys on, and I need to match them up. And since this one is easy to do real quick. And when I stack these, I mean, if you notice how they're alternating, I alternate the colors. So I make them so that way I can just get two. So I'm just going to use these two purple ones because I want to. And I think it's in purple. Are those the only ones? Yeah. So if there's not much of a choice. So that makes it easy. So actually I'm going to mark up all of these. It's the same principle again. Okay. I need my middle. So we're going to do these. We're going to do these first. So, and I forget, I knew what my middle was, but that was yesterday. Today is another day, and my brain doesn't hang on to everything. So let's start with, let's go here. Let's see if I can do math. Okay, so it is, these guys are 6 and not quite a quarter. So 3 1/8. And then, so I'm going to middle it out and go 3. There's the 1/8, but it doesn't quite go to an 1/8 there. So I do this, okay? So I fiddly fart it. I kind of center it out. There we go. And then I find my pencil wherever I've tossed it. And I mark it. And I've marked the wrong side. Oh my goodness. So now we got to do this again. Because I am a dog. Oh no, I did do it. There it is. So there it is. I just marked it on the inside because this is the side I'm going to see. So if we're looking at this and it measures out. Let me go to the edge here of this line. And we'll put it up against the line. So it is a little bit. It's 6 1/4. So we're back to 3 1/8. See, I've marked it. So I mark all of these. Are these all done? I mean, yes, I already went through, guys, and did this. And this is when I thought I should do the video. So I have marked them all 3 1/8 because this is what I'm going to see when I glue them down onto this card. So I'm going to demonstrate one, and then we're going to go through. I think what I need to do is, that's what I haven't done yet. I have not centered these guys out. So let's put this to the side for a minute. We need to mark my card. We need to mark the cards. So then it makes lining them up easy. So in theory, this is a 5x7 card. So is it a 5x7 card? It's just under 7 inches, just so it's 6 7/8. So I'm going to go 3. So if 7 would be 3 1/2. So, but do I call it? I mean, do I come in it short? So 3. So if it would be 3 1/2. I'm going to center it off just in between that one, the 3. So this is 3 1/2 and this is 3 3/8. I'm coming in the middle of 3 3/8. Okay. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to make it easy on myself to do the other line because I got to do both sides. I'm going to line my ruler up on the edge of the paper and then go across so it is lined up. And there's my other hash. Okay. And that's what I'm going to do. So that's what we do for all of these cards. We go through and we know that it is not quite, right here in the middle. We'll middle it out right there. We're going to turn it and then we mark it. So I don't know, does it save time? Does it not save time? I think it does, because then you're not so worried. And here I didn't straighten this out. I need to straighten my ruler out. There we go. And then I got to line it up to the darn hash mark while I straighten it out. There we go. Does that look straight? Let's see, does it? Yes, it's good. Okay. But it saves me time and eyeballing. I am not a fan of eyeballing. Really, I am not. So the less I do, the better off I am. So there we go. I'm going to mark it. Okay, and now we're going to go here, and we're going to line it up. And then I'm going to mark it right here. And that's all I do. I do all of them, and maybe I should close that flap up. There we go, so they stack pretty. And where's the other purple one? I've lost the purple one. Is it there? Oh, it's there. I'm just, okay, I stacked them. Okay, hang on. All right, now. Because otherwise I'll go crazy. And I'm already pretty much there. It is a foregone conclusion. Whether I clocked my head and no matter what else is going on in my brain. People, I am madder than the Hatter. Just saying. And you know what, guys? Just for a little bit of useless trivia for you. Why is the Hatter mad? Do you know why? There is a thing about the Mad Hatter, and it's historical. The reason, you don't know it, and this is true of milliners, or at least the ones that made those kind of hats, why he's mad. It is historical because mercury was used in the process of making hats, certain hats, milliner, or, you know, at least the top hats, I think it's in men's hats, is the case. So they ingested and were exposed to vast quantities of mercury, and it made them mad. So it really drove them crazy. So the Hatter is mad because of mercury poisoning. And that was your historical, useless bit of trivia for the day. So there you go. I do not imbibe in, needless to say, in mercury. I'm just plain crazy because I am. And there you go. So there you go. You know what, guys? Give me 1 second. I need to take a moment.
6 hours later.
Well, that was a longer break than planned, but then I was not keeping track of time, and we had dinner plans with friends, so we had to go do that. So it's been quite a while later. So I'm going to pick up where I left off, I think. So I know I was here marking these cards up. Okay, so I got to center it so that I can put mine. I know it's not quite 3.5, because these cards are just, they're supposed to be 7 inches, but they're just a smidge less. So I just, you know, I center it, you know, pretty good. I mean, gosh, it doesn't have to be like absolute perfection. The only reason I'm going to this much trouble is that way both of the flaps come out the same. I like them to be lined up. I don't need to be, you know, higher the other than the other. And I'm, you know, I'm kind of AR, you know, little anal retentive. So, I mean, I could just do that. Or in the other alternative, and I think this is a cheat, I may have already done it, I forgot, is I can just mark here on one side, line up my ruler straight on the edge, and then line it up and grab and mark up opposite. And it goes quickly. So, like, hence, let me show you. Let me give you the free demonstration. And this one actually, so a lot of these I think I already marked up. This one's already marked up. Okay, so I do here. So I've got my center, right? This is pretty much centered, correct? Yep, it sure is. I got my center. And I'm going to pick up my center there. I'm going to pick up my line and line it up right there and line the edge so I make sure it's straight. And then I mark here, which I've already done. So now I know I can wear, because I now have to mark the centers of all of these guys. And that might be what I was going to do. Because let me look at these real quick. Are all of these marked up? This one isn't. So I think that's so, but this one is. Oh, interesting. So let's grab this. So this one is marked up. And the blue one on one side is marked. This one is totally marked. My gosh, I was consistently inconsistent. What the heck? Or I was yakking too much talking about this and wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. What a surprise. Shocking, I'm sure. Okay, so there is that one. So now I have both blues. So they're even. So I can stop twitching over that. Because did I mention I'm also OCD? I'm just all around just crazy. That is just it. But we remember I tell you this all the time, guys, at the end of my videos, we're all a little mad here. Me, myself, and I, my multiple personalities, the cats, even Steve, and he looks at me sometimes and I go, dude, you picked me, okay? I have to remind him every once in a while, you answered that initial message, okay? So I reached out, and then you answered and you came back to me. And here we are, 10 years later, just about. Okay, so now all of these are done. Wahoo! All marked done and done. So now what I'm ready to do is to start putting my little sides. Now my sides need to be marked out. So that's where we left off. So we have this done. So now I got to mark all of these. The purples are already done. Okay, so now it's the same here. Now here is how you do this in a sort of assembly line fashion. So let's go with the greens next. So I have a big stack of greens. Okay. So we flip them over. And actually, I've done them already. And want to know how I did these really, really fast? I grabbed one and just lined it up. Lined it up with the next one like that. And then made my hash. And whoop, and that one. So that's how I went through all of them. I just real quick. So all of these are now marked up ready. Let me make sure that's true at least. Let's make sure all of these are done. But it looks like they are. And I got through all the blues. So, well, all the greens. Okay, so all the greens are marked up. Okay. Now let's look at the pinks. We'll see how far I got because I don't know. That was 5 minutes ago or way more than that. But there we go. All marked up. Okay. And now we're going to go. Are these marked up? Yeah, these beiges are marked up. And then these are marked up. So see, all of these, even though they're colored this, they're here. So this tells me who they coordinate. So I kind of can match up the color. So the purple are obvious. So let's do the purples first. And then we're going to come back. And I'm going to line everybody up. I'm going to grab one of my purple guys because it makes sense. I'm going to do it in purple because I want to. Okay. So this is the part that is going to be glued down. So this has to be face up because this is the part that is going to be the shutter. There are two shutter pieces. Let me put this. Oh, now I find my pencil. I'm looking for my white pencil everywhere except where it's supposed to be, which is where I put it. Remember, guys, my own kind of special. No. We do it this way. There we go. So, you look at it. Pretty side down. And then the tape side up. Okay. So now we are ready to go. So how does this make this so much easier to do? Well, for starters, I need to fold this in. Although it has been folded in. It didn't feel like it. It felt awful flat. But this one is not, so maybe I only half did it. I don't know. That was quite a while ago. I can't keep track of what I'm doing. Under the best of circumstances. So now we have both of these ready, and we're ready to put our shutter in. So the side up, so the side that is going to face up is where you put your tape adhesive, okay? And then you fold it in, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to remove or partially remove your tape. And I'm just going to grab my handy dandy spatula because it makes it easy. There we go. And then, of course, then I immediately let it fall back down. So then it re-adheses, if that's a word. So there we go. And I just take a little bit out there because it gives me a little bit of maneuverability. But now all I got to do is line up my marks. Now, if I want my shutter to close all the way, and I explained this in the card, I move it away a little bit. When I did the first card, I'm just going to line it up to the edge of the color. Okay, so it's about 1/8 of an inch in. And I line it up and press here. And it does me no good to press here because the tape isn't down, but now I remove the tape. Actually, it was the other way around. But there we go. And it doesn't matter. I don't have to erase my marks because you're not going to see them. But now where's my other purpley friend? Okay, so next purple friend. Let's lift our backing up. Come here, backing. come hither. And now again, we're going to line up our dotting guys, my little markers. But see, suddenly, all I'm doing now is just making sure, just eye button and using the edge, and that gives me a straight, okay? And there we go, and I just tossed that. It just went into the air and onto the floor. Eventually, I'm going to have to pick that up because I'm a nincompoop. It's Farfanugan, really? Arr. That was a dork move. Okay, so I can close these. So now I will again do the same thing, except this time let's not litter. Let's try not to litter. Okay. We're going to bring it over. In all honesty, I should just take the tape off. Okay, so we lay it over. We're going to wrap it over the edge of these guys. Okay? Wrap it over the edge. And quite honestly, it's all solved by just closing the card. And there we go. Wahoo! So we close this and open sesame. See how easy that comes together? So now give me a second. I'm going to come back and I'm going to match up all of these guys with their cards. And I'm going to do it pretty much by just matching the inside. So for example, this purple, I already know it goes with the purple because that's what I have decided. But now like the blue, let's look here. I have here, is that like the same blue? It's not quite the same blue, but this is. Look, doesn't that look pretty close? And I like that pink against it, even though it's blue, because that's the only blue I see. So here it becomes an issue of taste, although I could go blue. But I think I'm going to go rather with the pinks, and over here in the greens, I'm not so sold with that green. So I'm going to match these up. So I'm going to decide, no, not these, but these. Which are these pink ones, right? So I'm going to, give me a second, I'm going to come back, but I'm going to just really quick do a matchup game. And just put them all together, and then we can put them all, all together, literally. All together now, all together now, all together now, all together now. One moment, please.
The next day.
Well, guys, that was a longer break than I anticipated, but, life intervened. So I'm back to this. I have already set up a bunch of these ready for now to add the side panels, but I also ran into a predicament. And I have these. Let me set these aside because these are ones I matched up that I could live with. Now I have these. So I have a purple one, the blue ones. Well, they're inside blue, but they have that floral. And of course, this is all purpley. And this one, which is a tealy green, I'm not sure what, you want to call it, but it's really pretty. Now, here's my problem. What I had left are these centers. Whoops. And I have a transponder there. So we had, these are, that's a darker green, and now they got all mixed up. That's okay. I don't care. Here we go. Now they're kind of sorted. So we have all of these, all right? And then these very blush pink ones. And I'm telling you, I was not feeling trying to mix up any of these with these. I'll be even honest, even here. And they kind of could have worked, but I wasn't feeling it. The green, and here's my problem, is mixing up these greens with the backgrounds. I was not feeling it. And we could have made some work out of flipping some of these. I could have made some of them. Well, here the blue ones, they could have, the back could have worked. Okay, on this green one, well, this was blue, wasn't feeling it. And on these green ones, this could have worked. I'll be honest with you. But guess who is the malcontent that this was not working? I go, these sides are way too pretty to be hiding and using these sides. That is my opinion, okay? And opinions are like behinds. We all have one. Frequently they stink. Got it. So we are going to go with that. This is my opinion. So I was not feeling these. So I am not going to use them. So then what does a girl do when she has 4 shutter cards and no shutters? We're in trouble. Actually, there's 5 of them. Okay, I had one more. So I'm going to set these aside. What are you going to do with them, Myra? Well, literally, I can cut these tabs off. And won't these be great on cards? So I'm going to figure it out. But these will not go to waste, but they're not going to be used in their intended use. And that's why we are giving free will and creativity. And I hope that Anna is not offended. My intent is never to offend of Anna or her team. But that's just me. But she inspires creativity. So there we go. So, but I'm still going to, use Anna to fix Santa or to make me happy with my predicament. And I ran the same problem. This was the same one with this card too, with the inner. So I sat and I pondered for a while, and I came up with it took me a minute, but I came up with my solution of what can I use to make new tabs. And I pulled out my new, these are just new, I thought a border die. And these are the border dies that I showed you that I just got last week, people. Okay, so this is the With Love 3D layer dies, and it came to the rescue, yay! So what I did is I cut out with the border dies pieces enough, wide enough to do that. So there you go. Now cut it with gold, and I have beautiful shutters that really stand out. They're a little bit smaller than the shutters, okay, that come with the cards, but okay, we can live with that. The only difference I found with working with these is that I have to put this flat, and see, and I'm having an issue. I'm having issues with the tape, my roll tape. So, and I have told you guys that tape does age. So let me tell you guys, tape ages. Do not save your tape. Use it and or toss it. So that is this tape, and I won't lie to you guys. I've had these rolls of tape for years, okay? If they're at least 5 years old, if not older, but I'm having a lot of issues. They don't stay stuck. So I'm just grabbing this. I'm just using this tape and going over it with that because I still want the ability of changing my mind again. But okay, so let's stop. So let's close that off. There we go. So now repair job, okay? But that, okay, and it would help if I did it right side up. So there you go. So that's my solution, guys. So what I did, and here they are. I have them now, I'm flattening them. So I cut up a bunch of these, okay? So we will, you know what? Let's assemble one. Right now, okay? And then we're going to go into major assembly mode to get these, because that was the point of this video, is showing you how I do, I major assemble these cards. So I'm going to set these aside, but I'm going to do a couple. So my solution, so here I have these, and I need to score them. So we're going to grab our scoreboard, excuse me, and while I am also scoring, I have to do a couple of things, and that is, you know what, hang on. Where is my little foamy piece? It is right here. And where's that brushy piece? It's right here too. But they're not together, but there you go. And let me just run the brush over this foamy piece. If you guys do not have this, get it. This is amazing. I think this is my Sizzix brush. It doesn't say Sizzix somewhere. Maybe it doesn't. I have no idea. But this may be an Amazon find, quite frankly. But this brush is really awesome to very quickly punch out, push out. It's not like infallible. It's not perfect. And I would go both sides like right now just to straighten this out so I can, I've had them because when they came out of the machine, out of my Empress, they were a little bit warpy, so I just put them under the mat and let them flatten out. So, and then we just punch out anything else that I see that got missed. This one, I don't even know if I need to worry about it because it's going to get folded under. So we'll do the same to this one too. Okay, maybe not as hard so that I don't re-warp it and then have to re-straighten it out. But there we go. Just go through it, over it. This is a fast way of getting all your little chatty pieces out. So this is a really fantabulous tool. And it works the best when you have a piece of foam underneath it. And let me shake this out. But see, it's a nice thick foam. So at least a half an inch, and it's soft. Okay, it's soft foam. And there we go. And the rest we just punch out. Really take a really quick peek. Am I missing anything? There's a couple here. So then you just punch the rest out manually because that'll take you 50 years. And and there you go. Okay. So now we have these two down. So now what we have to do is I just got to do my score. And it's a half an inch score. I measured against, I did the measuring part off camera so that I knew how much. Whoops, that was a goof. Bad, Myra, bad. So I have to run it and be really careful when I fold this one because I goofed. Dork. And then we do this one as well. Okay, and we're just going to score it at a half an inch. Right, yeah, and we're going to stay at a half an inch. Now we're going to make sure it's pressed all the way over. Okay, so we have that at half an inch. Okay, we will move that and put it where it belongs. And we are going to run our tape. I'm going to run, and here I am making that radical. Let me try this one, the 3/8, and see if the 3/8 wants to work better than the 1/2 inch. Okay, we will see, and if not, then we'll be taping it down some more. I just don't want to in the immediate. Let me grab my pair of scissors and just snip that off right there. And the one thing I have to do additionally that was done for me in the kit is I've got to miter. I've got to miter the edges. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to cut it off here. And then just very quickly, and this is not rocket science, I'm just going to go from the inner corner and just go like that. Just do a quick miter, okay? Because our tabs come that way. Okay, the ones in the kit do the same, so I just do a quick, quick 4 snips. And away we go. All right. So we're going to put our roller tape back away. Let me put this back where it goes so it's handy. And later I will worry about the pound of Chad that I have down there after cutting out 8 of these. Because I've already cut them all. They're all down here flattening, as you can see. Okay. So let me grab this is the one I like, right? Is it? Yes, it is. Okay. And I did run into that problem with one of these already where that little thing sticks out. We're going to find out if that's a problem shortly. Because, just because they're, my ideas, I think are great ideas, but it doesn't mean that they're genius. But this is the solution I came out to making me happy with these cards and to give make the cards the prettiest they could be. That's just me. So your mileage may vary. Now, of course, we have the marked centers, but these little puppies these centers are not marked. So I have to come back, and I already know they're 6 inches. I'm almost positive, right? Are they 6 inches? Are you 6 inches? You are just yep, you're 6 inches on the dot. So I can just go here, zero it out at 3. Okay. Whee. And where's that pencil? And go here, and I'm going to put my little smidge there real quick so that I can line it up. Okay. So we go here, do the same thing, go to 3 inches. Okay, and just go across and put my little mark, okay? And we'll just put that, we'll bring the Cheshire Cat over here. Let's move that out of the way into somewhere else where it's less in the way. There we go. Let's do all that. Put all these things into that. Doesn't fit. We'll put you where you go over here. That's a new place for it. I have decided. Okay. So now we're going to do a quick assembly here with this. So let's see if it... Stay. I'm sorry. Okay. So where is that? So let's pull up our tape. This is what I use to pull it. It makes it so much easier when I use that. And I am taking this time because I don't know why it seemed to work better for the closure. I do take this one all the way to just to the inside edge. Remember on the other ones, I move it back a bit. On this one, although maybe I actually should leave it back a bit because that pushes it in more. So never mind. I'm being an idiot. I didn't say a word. So we go. I just take it to the very edge of here and match up the marks. Okay. And then I'll do the same with this one. Okay. So let's pick up my tape, which is on this side, not that side. I'm telling you guys. I don't know why you guys pulled up with me. Okay. And then we will line my little hash marks here and then line this up, to the edge of that and press down. Okay. And that gives us this. And we will see if the 3/8 tape is of better quality than the 1/2 inch tape, because the 1/2 inch tape is like, no. I've already had to re-glue several of them, so I will probably be going back over these. And and we'll see. If it really doesn't want to work, I'm sure when I pull one out to send, it will tell me that, yeah, no, that doesn't work. I'll have to be re-gluing it. But I've had to do a lot of, running my other tape runner over it. So now we have this. You guys already see me do it. But I'm going to go ahead and do it again. And just for the sake of argument, since I've already had to do this to several of these cards that I've already assembled, I'm not leaving anything to chance. I don't trust the 1/2 inch tape. But we're going to push these in. Here we go. And it closes perfectly. Okay. So let's do that. Oh, goodness. Come on, guys. Make up your minds one way or the other. There we go. And then I go from bottom to top and press it down. So that takes it to the edge. And there you go. So I have really pretty, although it does tend to tangle. See, I should have left it the other way before, so I may. These, I think, are a little bit bigger than the other one I made. So there we go. It does fiddly-faddle a little bit, so we may have to jimmy it a little bit. But I'll work it, or I just cut the other ones off a little bit so it makes them a little bit skinnier. So now, the only thing left to do is to add the center sentiment, and they are right here. And I cannot dimensionalize them because these want to go down. As you notice, that wants to do that. So, I mean, if I could try to train it up, this might not be a non-issue. So, I mean, we'll have to see. But they do snag on themselves. So I noticed that this might not be the perfect. The other one doesn't snag, but I think that one was smaller. See, it's because they're farther apart. So, and I put those on the edge. So we're going to lift this up because I'm a crazy person. And I'm showing you the mistake I made. And we're going to fix it right here on camera. Because that way you can see, you know, because I am perfectly capable of screwing things up. And, but you have to see that there is a solution to that. And we just keep on going. Because I am no different. We all make mistakes. And I am the YouTube mistake maker. This is my job here on YouTube. Is to show you guys that, yo, do we ever blow it? Okay, so let's see if I do put, because the other one, that's what I did. And these are all the same size. So I just took it right to the edge of the card, of the fold. So let's see, let's look if that is my solution. Because that's how I did the other one. And this one, I just changed my mind on the cuff and do it the same as the other ones. And that doesn't work so well. And I'm going to add tape because I know now that I've untaped this, it might, you know, not stay taped. So I would rather run a little bit more of this. And again, this is all just, you know, the creative process, peeps. And we make, you know, not so much we make mistakes, but, you know, we zig when we should have zagged and whatever. So I'd rather show you guys, you know, leave the outtakes in and see that we survive and we adapt, okay? So now let's try this again. Let me run my tape again for the umpteenth time. Okay, we'll go. And we will almost completely close the card. Oh, it's already, I think it wants to work better. We will see. And then, so that's already folded. There we go. It's like snagged there somewhere. There we go. Come on. Goodness gracious. Okay. There we And we are going to struggle here for a millennia. There we go. Goodness gracious. It does want to snag, so we may have to fiddle-faddle with this some more. Okay. Holy cow. All right, we're just going to close this. No, I can't close it. I have to make these. So why? Let us see why. Actually, I think what I need to do, I think if I press this and make it face down, and the other one, let it be up, I think that's going to solve the problem of creativity. And there we go. So, you know, I fixed what I thought was a problem, and I've created another one. But there we go. So now, yeah, if one is facing out, if I just, you know, train that a little bit out, this will be just fine. Okay, so now, come my pretties. There we go. Now it's working. There we go. So down to up. And there we go. There we go. So now it wants to do its thing. Yay! So now all we have to do is open up our card and pick a sentiment to put inside. I cannot put it on foam tape. It has to go. So let's see what's here. Okay. Birthday greetings to you. Do I want to make another birthday card? There we go. Sending you hugs and caring thoughts. So this has to be adhered flat. And I think these are adhesive if I don't remember, if I'm not incorrect. So don't I have, oh, here we go. We have a pair of tweezers there. So I think these are stickers. Didn't we decide this? Yes, they are. So now I can just take my those same little tweezers, grab it, okay, and so let's just center it really kind of quickly, or try to. All right, there it goes. There you go. So we have the purple card, and all I need is the purple belly band. And we will have one together. Well, we'll come back to the belly bands in a minute, but there we go. So we got it to work. You can see that little peak of gold. But I love this. I love how this looks. So you may disagree with me. You said, Myra, you should just use the backs of the other ones, and there you go. But I'm going with this. All right, guys. So now all we're going to do is very quickly, I will show you now that these are done the right way. All I have got to do is do my folding. Fold and grab my bolt folder on all of these. And once you set yourself up, and that is what I did, I matched them all up and made a stack of them right there. These assembly line really quickly, and that's what you want to do. If you've decided, okay, I'm going to make them all, take a moment and analyze quickly. Okay, what? That is so not center. Whoa, what the heck did I do there? Your girl. I'm telling you, no, this way. I got a 0. That is so not right. Okay, so it's just, I remember it's just inside of 3.5, right? Whoa, was I ever off? And that's because I didn't do the center right. Remember, I was doing my line across. If you're not centered correctly, you end up with disaster. And there you go. So I'm glad that I, what do they say? Measure twice or check, measure twice and cut once or whatever. In this case, it's just like double check. I'm glad I caught it immediately. Well, I would have caught it in a second because the minute I tried to put it down, it would not have been in the middle. I would have noticed it. But see, I am your special child. And I'm the one that does all this crazy stuff. Okay, so here, interesting enough, we don't have the same edging. So now I've got to eyeball my distance away. Okay. So we have that pink here, because it does look pretty against this green. And that was my big thing, is the contrasting of these pieces against the background. So that's why I did not want to use the other ones. And I wanted to use, and I just didn't. I could make the back sides work. I totally admit it. I just didn't want to. So I've made it hard. So, harder for me, because there you are. That's because I'm your special dork. But now we have this. Okay, there we go. So now we have this one, and we just fold everything over. And this does work because it's supposed to. Although, here we go. Okay, sometimes you have to train it a little bit for it to lie flat. Okay. And this one is for sure 1/2" tape. And we already know that we do not trust the 1/2" tape. The half-inch tape is suspect. So we are going to reinforce it with this tape. Or if you do not suffer from anxiety, then absolutely just use wet glue and go with it and go with the flow. Don't make it hard on yourself like I do. But I always want to leave myself an escape hatch if I want to fix it, okay? So, I mean, there you go. So I've got it all set up. So I just fold from top to bottom, from bottom to top. And that pushes it right into place. And there you go. Woohoo! So now I can go and I just start making a stack of these. So away we go.
2,000 years later.
All right, guys, this is actually bordering on the ridiculous. It should not take 3 weeks to make a bunch of cards. Holy mackerel. I am done adulting. So I am going to get these cards finished. I need to, because I'm running out of cards to give out. I've been using these as part of my buyer's givey on Whatnot for everybody who is buying stuff on my sales. So I need to get them done. So let's get these cards finished.
I know that you are having a hard time right now. That everything seems to crumble around you. I know that you feel all alone in this world, but you have to put your trust into us, and we will help you through, 'cause we only want what's best for you. I know that you are having trouble believing right now that everything is gonna be alright. I know that you feel all alone in this world, but you have to put your trust into us, and we will help you through, 'cause we only want what's best, what is best for you. I know that you feel all alone in this world, but you have to put your trust into us, and we will help you through, 'cause we only want what's best for you. thinking about the days we used to shine when we were young. I told you that we should start a band and reach for the sky. It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep. I'm just not tired. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you. We were such a constellation, right? No, you'd agree. Made a reputation for ourselves at age 18. We had the devil on our shoulders telling us what we should do. I wonder if you think about me too. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you. Oh, I miss you. Oh, I miss you. It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep. I'm just not tired. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you. Miss you. Miss Met him on a sunny day in late July, and everything turned upside down. I almost lost track of time as weeks went by. I couldn't get him off my mind. I told him I want that great love, like standing in the middle of a bonfire. You don't know how you got there, but you hold tight, knowing that you can't get burned. Just tell me how we lost track of everything but each other. I honestly don't know. And tell me how we messed up, drifting away from each other. Didn't wanna let you go. Cause we wanted different things, and I have to deal with it, but it's not easy. So tell me how to let go, cause you really seem to know how to carry on your own. Ever since I got a good look in his eyes, I just knew that he was special. He said he wanted to take it slow, but I couldn't help that I wanted to take it to the next level. Cause I wanted that great love, like standing in the middle of a bonfire. You don't know how you got there, but you hold tight, knowing that you can't get burned. Just tell me how we lost track of everything but each other. I honestly don't know. And tell me how we messed up, drifting away from each other. Didn't wanna let you go. Cause we wanted different things, and I have to deal with it, but it's not easy. So tell me how to let go, cause you really seem to know how to carry on.
So, as you can tell, sometimes dealing with Callie is like the Borg from Star Trek. Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated. There are days when I just have to concede the battle because I am so not winning this war. It's like, actually, I don't even know if I can win the battle or the war. I just, it's like being in a kitchen. We're on an uneasy detente. I gave up. But she was too cute, and she just parked herself, and I'm like, okay. So I literally worked around her to get these cards done. I finished, except for one. And that's like I finally found all. I need to find the side pieces, because this is what is left over. And it says, on this special day, and I have one more thank you. So I'm going to do the same thing I did with my other crisis card, which was this one here. So we'll start with the last one I did, which is this one here. It had congratulations on it, and all I had were thank you sentiments left. So I'm like, okay, I got to work this. So, and I didn't have enough flowers left. So what I did, and now this card's going to be interesting because I went outside the margins. I'm not going to cut these off, so we're going to figure that out. This card gets handed, here you are, without an envelope. I don't know. But I like what I did. So I used, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. The pieces I had cut out from my embossing folders, I grabbed, this is why you have a stash of Anna Grffin flowers at all times. Because you never know when you're going to be in a crisis. And here's the crisis. So, and then I create another crisis. Because now this ain't fitting in an envelope. I'll have to, whatever. We'll make it work. Trust me. But there you go. So I found it. I did that. And then when you open it up, whoops, I used other flowers. And there you go. I think I have, didn't I end up with that? Or I used up all the butterflies. If not, I'll find a butterfly. And I'll add a butterfly to this one. But there you go. Sending you my thanks. My sincere thanks. So now I have a really pretty thank you card. Nobody knows, except for everybody that's watching this video, what I ended up doing. But I did finish all of the cards. Finally, 3 weeks, people, to do this. This is ridiculous. But I'm happy, okay? It's like, yay, I got to be creative for a little while. I have been adulting, oh my goodness, too much lately. And the fatigue is real. So it's like I do stuff and then I'm too exhausted. It's just not fun right now, but I'm getting there. But I got to make these cards. I made myself. I stopped adulting. There's a mess in the kitchen, and I will get to it in the morning. But I did get these cards in this, really, oh, I felt so good crafting. Oh my goodness, there we go. So we have that one done, and now we have this one too. And of course they don't, lay completely flat, as you can see, because I made them very, but whatever. I don't care. And so I ended up thinking I had extra flowers. I didn't because I forgot I had the card. But that's okay. This all worked. So we have this one today. So it's happy birthday. Today is your day. And I put the butterflies. I don't know if you guys noticed. I put little foamy bits on the butterflies. So even though you close it and it kind of lays flat, but you will always end up with the 3D effect because having that foam close to where the wings are folded allows it to be 3D. There we go. And then we added extra flowers. I need to add the sentiment on the back of them, the little place where you're supposed to write on. I just can't locate them right now. So I cleared this desk and then I put them away. So I got to figure out, oh my goodness, where I put them away. So where are we? This is the, all right, the discard pile. This one I didn't close all the way because I did, and the butterfly was wet. So I re-glued him down and now he ain't going anywhere. So this one is wishing you well. Feel better soon. There you go. I am real happy. You know what? I just made extra. I didn't have enough of the gold guys, so I made more gold guys. Again, this is why you collect, you know. And I'd forgotten until looking for something else that I found these guys. So I pulled out the ones I had left over and I used a couple. And oh, there's one there still here. So I'll slide them back in here for future use. Okay. So we have that one done, and then we have a purpley one here. I like that just for you. And when we open it up, I think it was a butterfly in here. Isn't there? Yep, there it is. My moth. But there you go. So I ended up using everything more or less, even though it wasn't, I wanted to use all purple flowers, but I didn't have them. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry, but I made this work. And I'm happy. I'm not unhappy. These are all handmade cards, and these are all going to be, I'm going to use these for buyer's giveies for my shows on Whatnot. I figure that the people who buy something at the end, you know, I do one last giveaway. And they get something and a handmade card by me. So here I put the butterfly on the outside. This is a favorite. I'm not sure I'm going to give this one. This one I may be a keeper. Because I really like it. Thinking of you. And on the inside is feel better soon. And I put 2 butterflies on this one because one wasn't enough. I'm really happy. I really like this color one. So I'm not sure. And I wrote really over the top on the belly band. So this one might end up, you know, being kept, at least for the moment. And then celebrate your day. Okay, this is where I had a little bit less. And then I realized, what am I going to do with these big flowers? And that's when I started, you notice, if you saw them, I started cutting them up and using them as little extras. And then we have the inside, these ones where I had to make these extra panels. And because I didn't like how everything mixed and matched. They didn't, as far as I was concerned, they didn't. But there you go. And here I mixed, I added the last piece, probably I have of these, and then I added another one that I made. And again, there's that flower cut up in a piece. So we have that, and there is one more over here that I think you guys saw that I made, but it's like the first one of these. Okay. And it's birthday wishes with the pink. But I did it with the lighter. See, I have the gold, and this is more of the platinum gold. See the difference? But it almost gives it, it's not rose gold, although I could have done it in rose gold had I had the, you know, intelligent God gave a, you know, a peanut. But maybe that extra card I have there, we might go that route. But I had the pinkness there, and I added this one at the last minute. And then we went here, and did I add, I think I added that extra rose. I don't know what I added, or I added nothing. I can't remember now. But I mean, there we go, guys. I finally got it done with a few extra pieces. I'm going to locate the rest of these. They're scattered around here. I have 2 of these. But we're going to figure out, because I ended up not using them. I ended up not liking how they combined. So we're going to use these to make cards. And this is why I ended up with flowers left over. These were the only leftover flowers. And then this one card. So, I mean, I could technically use these pinks. I mean, I could really. So we'll see what we do. Okay, guys? And what was that? Probably a cat knocking something over outside. Who knows? Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for hanging out with me and putting up with me. It only took me 3 weeks to make these cards. Good Lord. And these are not only the ones. I made more. It's just that I've already given them away. So every time I do a show, I give a card away. So these are the ones that are left that I haven't given away yet. You know, they are going. You know, so I still have, let's see, how many I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I still have 8 here left, and with this one, and when I make it up, it'll be 9. Woohoo! Yay! So again, thanks a lot for hanging out with me. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more madness, it's here. So subscribe and ring that bell. Meanwhile, get out of here. All right, go make something pretty and do it faster than I do. So go out there and craft and make something beautiful. And remember that what you make and what you give brightens someone's day. So go out there, make a difference with your craft. And as always, never forget, we're all a little mad here. Me, you guys, and the cat. So come on, craft the madness. Okay, we'll talk to you guys later. Love y'all.